I'd like to begin first this morning by thanking our parents. I know not all are able to be with us today, as they'll be able to in the coming weeks at baccalaureate and graduation, but we do have a fair number of them with us today. And so on behalf of our faculty, our staff, and everyone here at Roncalli, I'd like to thank them. I'd like to thank them for the trust that they've placed in us 4 years ago, putting their children in our hands and in our guidance. I want to thank them for that. I want to thank them for the sacrifices. Obviously, there are financial sacrifices, but there are time sacrifices, there are commitment sacrifices that have been made. I'd like to thank them for being good teammates. We hope you never see us as isolated from you or trying to work, opposite of you. We see it as a team effort. We feel like we have great teammates, and our parents were deeply appreciative. And again, finally, I just thank you for believing in our school and all the support you've shown us. I'd like to thank our teachers. We have a great team here at Roncalli, our custodians, our cafeteria staff, our secretarial staff, our administrative staff. We have a good team, but no one has the day-to-day contact with our students. No one has the ability to impact our students in as profound a way as our teachers do. They're the ones that see them every day. They're the ones that get them 180 times. They're a dedicated group. They have a passion for what they do, and I'd like to thank them. And then finally, and most importantly, I'd like to thank our seniors. It's very uncomfortable for me. Sometimes it's very uncomfortable for me to hear Father Wilma speak of the work that I'm able to do. I think most of us find it uncomfortable to have people speak about us. At least I do. As you sit there, as I have the opportunity to look out, I don't know that you know how much impact you've had on the people that are in the gym. Your lives are busy. They get a little bit complicated this year. More complicated than the other three, that's for sure, as you're trying to stay attuned to Roncalli, but also begin to step outside of Roncalli as to where life goes. But amongst all that hustle and bustle, I'm not sure you realize the love that you've shared with us, the lessons you've shared with us, the risks that you've taken, the times you've stumbled and fallen, maybe been in the dean's office. What that all results, though, in is the beautiful young people that we have in front of us. And there aren't words in this gym. There aren't words for your parents to use to describe what you've meant to them. And there really aren't words for us today to describe the joy that we get from watching you. Certainly over the 4 years, but especially this senior year. It's not unusual. In fact, it's pretty much the norm, has been for as long as there have been schools, that classes would always say, well, we were the best at this, or that was the best class ever, we were the most feared, we did this the best. And that's normal. Every senior class that's ever walked through a school wanted to feel like they were the best, or we did this better than anyone else. But what's neat about Roncalli, or at least the way I think we try to attack it here, is every year we just welcome in that next group of seniors. There isn't a desire on our part to try and rank, to try and put some type of parameters on you, to try and hold you to some, you got to get to the level of the class of 2004, 2012, or 2016. What we at Roncalli really enjoy is just stepping back every day and watching you grow into outstanding young men and women. You've done that well. You've done it well. I really have two major thoughts that I'd like to share with you today. And the first one is kind of a 1A and a 1B. It says the real measure of me is not what I can do in comparison to others, but what I can do in comparison to my own best self. The real measure of me is not what I can do when I compare myself to others, but what I can do when I compare myself to my own best self. As you continue to grow in adulthood, you'll be shocked how much frustration, how much time, how much energy, how much disappointment you can pack into your life if you constantly find yourself comparing yourself to others, comparing your business to others, comparing how pretty you are to others, comparing your bank account to others. If all you kind of find yourself doing is always in this mode of comparing your life to others, I can almost assure you it's going to be a constant state of ups and downs. I'm not saying there won't be joy. I'm sure there will be. But there's always going to be disappointments and everything because you're constantly comparing yourself to moving targets. I would always encourage you to just simply get up each day and continue to try and compare yourself to the best version of yourself that you can be. There'll still be ups and downs. I don't deny that. But the goal will always simply be internal for you. Can I be the best version of myself that I can be?